Hello and welcome to another episode of our Ultimate Decades Challenge. As you can see, we are in the year 1357 and it is time for us to roll a d4 for any male sim, teen to adult, to see if they head to war. So we have to roll to see who's going to war this year, and we are going to go ahead and jump in and start rolling for our sims. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look and see who we're going to be rolling for. First, we are here in England. Our first family that we have to roll for is the McNally family. We are going to be rolling for Amir. He, as we know, is in that category of teen to adult, and so we do have to roll for him. So we are going to go ahead and pull up our dice, and we're going to roll for him to see if he is going to need to go ahead and go off to the war or not. So let's go ahead and we will see if he is going to be having to head off to the war. So first and foremost, we are going to give that a spin. If they roll a 4, they have to go to war. So for Amir, he rolls a 2, he is safe. Our next family is the Petechia family. We have to roll for Simon. He rolls a 1. He is safe. Our next family is the Berman family. We have Darren in that family. And for Darren, he rolls a 1, so he is safe. In our monastery, we have 2 sims that we have to roll for. We have Christopho, Petechia, and the priest. So we're going to roll for 2 sims. So for Christopho, he rolls a 2 and the priest rolls a 2. They are both safe. We have the Eldridge family. In that, we have 2 sims that we need to roll for. 1, 2. They are both safe. Then we have the Arundel family. So we have to roll for John. John is safe. Then we are going to go to Transylvania and to the Harding family. We have to roll for Everard. Everard rolls and he gets a 2, so he is safe. For our Von Schwan family, we have to roll for Conrad. He rolls a 1, so he is safe. So far, so good. We have to go to the Scotland teens. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 teens in this family that are male. So 1, 2, the second one, 3, 4. All right, so we will be sending Robert Goodwell to war. And then we're going to head over to England here, and we have our McNally family, and we have 2 sims that need to be rolled for, so 1 and 2. All right, so we are going to be sending Tate McNally to war, and then we have Porter Shoemaker. He rolls a 3, so he is safe. And we have the Shoemaker home. We have Santino, and we have Noah. So 1 and 2, both of those boys are going. So Santino and Noah both. And then we have the Saunders family. We have Theo and John. Both of them are safe this time around. And we have the Augustin family. We have Lucian and William. All right, so we are sending Lucian to war. Then we have the Like family. So we need to roll for Cuthbert, who is going to war. And then we have Hugh, who is safe. All right, that is everyone. So we have, just as a recap, Robert Goodwell, Tate McNally, Santino and Noah Shoemaker, Lucian, Augustine, and Cuthbert like all going to war this year. And also, we need to go ahead and age up Leopold Petechia. So we are going to go back to our spreadsheet, and he can't roll a 4 or a 13. So let's go ahead and go to our dice and give it a roll. He rolls a 3, so he is safe. Emery Petechia is aging up to a teen. So for Emery, he can't roll an 18. He rolls a 2, so he is safe. And is that all? Yes. So those are our birthdays for the first part here, which we love. So let's go ahead and move them onto the timeline here where they belong. So Leopold gets 28 days. And then Emery is aging up to 18. And he also gets 28 days. And needs to roll to find out if he is going to marry and when. He'll be marrying in 3 years. So we will put that on here as well. So he will be marrying in 1360. All right. We love that. So let's go ahead and jump into the game and get started. We are going to jump in with our main family. Actually, let's go ahead and jump in with the Petechia family. We will age up Leopold. And Emery. Is Emery still alive? I am very... Oh, Emery must be at the monastery. And Elise Marie von Schwann has gone into labor. Okay, let's go over to Elise von Schwann first. Since she's in labor, we'll go see her first. So let's go to Transylvania really quickly. We'll go have a baby first, and then we'll come back and do our birthdays. All right, so Elise is expecting, and we are going to go ahead and let her have her baby. She is ready to pop here. So we are just going to go ahead and have this baby. So let's let her go and do that. As you can see, Conrad is freaking out over here. And we're hoping that this baby is going to survive because her last baby, as we know, was a stillborn. So let's hope that this baby does a little bit better. And this baby is a girl. So let's go ahead and pull up our baby wheel, and we will take a look at the baby names for girls, and we will go ahead and give it a spin. This baby is going to be named Primrose. And let's go ahead and we will roll for baby and mom. As we know, mom can't roll a 1. She rolls a 9. And baby needs an odd number or a 8, 10, or 20. Baby rolls a 2. Baby's going to die. I swear, I can't win for losing. All right, so Primrose is going to die. We're just going to put here on the timeline that Primrose is dying. So Primrose von Schwan died. And let's fill out our form here. So first daughter that they had, and she is deceased. Let's go ahead and update this to 1357. It is January of 1357. And she is deceased in January of 1357. And she is British and stillborn. And we will obviously go ahead and highlight this as the same color that it needs to be. All right, we have updated the timeline. We have updated the info tab, and everything looks like it should. We are going to, unfortunately, have to take baby from mom again, which sucks so bad. I hate that we have to keep taking her babies away. But let's take this baby away from her. All right, and now we are going to go ahead and head over. Look how sad she is. Oh my gosh. This is the second baby that she's lost, and she's just like, why? What is wrong with me? And I hate that for her. I really do. Let's go ahead and head over now to the Petechia house, and we will age up little Leopold from a toddler to a child. All right, so we have little Leopold here. We are just going to age Leopold up from a toddler to a child and let him go ahead and get aged up. And then we are going to age him up. He had an imagination developmental delay. He is now going to be scatterbrained. These Sims never get focused or productive. And he had 1 in all of his skills. He is going to be creative. And let's go ahead and hop into Cass and give him his makeover really quickly and put him in his orange color. And then I'm sorry, he's green. He's a Petechia. And then we will obviously go ahead and we will let him get his photo for the family tree. And that will be good. All right, so I'm just going to change his hair up a little bit. I think I'm going to do this hair. Oh, let's change that one. And then we're going to put him in green. and get his photo for the tree. All right. Perfect. Now we're going to head over to the monastery and we're going to age up Emery. Here is Emery, and we are just going to go ahead and age him up to a teen. So let's go ahead and do that now. And then we can give him his makeover. So he is mean and he is going to be clumsy. And we are going to make him want to be, let's do creative. I think I'm going to do maybe best-selling author for him. And let us go ahead and jump into Cass and give him his makeover. And he is a Petechia, so I am going to put him in green. All right, so there is Emery Petechia aged up to a teenager. And let's go ahead and jump into the game. All right, we are in with our main household and everyone is just trying to get a little bit of their needs taken care of. We have everyone needing to get something to eat and get some sleep. It is Thursday at 1:36 a.m. Oh my gosh. And Bridget Petechia has gone into labor. So we're going to go see Bridget Petechia. Also, before we go do that, Sophia has just recently found out she is expecting. She will be in her second trimester in 16 hours. So we do have another baby heading on its way here in the main household, which is fantastic news. We love to hear that. But we are going to go see Bridget Petechia because she is about to give birth, which we love. So let's go and see her. All right, so let's go to the Petechia house and have a baby. Okay, Bridget, let's go ahead and take you in here and have a baby with you. She is ready to have this baby. As you can see, Simon is freaking out. He's like, oh my gosh, here we go again. And she's like, yep, here we go again. What goes in must come out. So we are going to go take her upstairs. She is going to give birth. And hopefully we will have a successful birth and it won't be the same repeat of the Von Schwans. But we are going to just go in here and give birth to this little one. I don't know why she always picks this crib, but for whatever reason, she always picks this crib instead of the little one in there. That's fine. That's fine. This must be a royal baby. So we are going to just have this baby. Bridget is having a baby and it's a boy. So let's go ahead and open up the boy name chart and we will go ahead and spin and see what we're going to name this baby. So let's give it a spin. This baby's name is going to be Henry. So let's go ahead and pull up our dice. We are going to roll for mom And we're going to roll for baby. Mom can't roll a 1. She rolls a 12, so mom survives the childbirth. Baby needs to roll an odd number or an 8, 10, or 20 to survive. Baby rolls a 20, so we get to let Henry live. We freaking love that. So we're going to put Henry Petechia here on the sheet, and we'll also put Henry's information on the tab here where he belongs. So we have had another successful birth in the Petechia house, which is fabulous news. Let's go ahead and grab our information here so that we can go ahead and put Henry down. Again, it is January of 1357. We are alive, and this baby is Italian and Spanish descent, and baby is a single birth. And we will do our color here on the chart. Perfect. We freaking love that. Everything has been updated, and we are going to continue on with the game. And we are going to have mom go ahead and feed this baby, and then we will age up little Henry and give him his makeover for his infant self. Come feed this baby, Mom. She's like, I'm hungry. I don't want to feed this baby. I want to feed myself. Okay, but you need to feed the baby and age him up.
Oh. Oh. Wrangler. Bonkara. Oh, you're glad.
All right, so she has fed little Henry. Now we are just going to go ahead and we are going to age Henry up, and we'll find out what his little trait's going to be. She's super excited that he's aged up and that she has another son, another successful birth. We love it. He is going to be a sunny infant. These Sims are bursting with smiles and giggles and enjoy engaging with other Sims, but they do require more social attention. And we are going to go ahead and hop into cast with this little guy and give him his makeover. All right, let's go ahead, Henry, and give you your makeover here, little one. Look at those eyes. Goodness. And let's go ahead and get you in your green. It's going to make those eyes stand out tremendously, I'm thinking. All right, there is little Henry all done up. He's super adorable. And let's go ahead and jump back into the game and back into our main household so that we can go and check on everyone, because as we know, they needed to get their needs up. Okay, so we have arrived here in the main household. We are just going to go ahead and check on everyone and make sure they're okay. It looks like Juliana is needing some rest, so we're going to queue up for her to get a little bit of sleep. And, okay, you are needing to eat, so let's let you eat this chicken pie. And how are you, John? John just needs some rest. It looks like he's heading off to bed. And it looks like Ramon has come in to grab himself some food as well, which is fantastic. As we know, we are losing little Ramon this year. He is scheduled to die. He had rolled on his last birthday that he was scheduled to die, and this is the year that he is dying. So we will be obviously losing him in July of 1357. We'll be losing him. It is currently in game January of 1357, so we just have a couple of months left with him, and then we're going to be losing him. We will have to be rolling to find out what he dies from. So that is going to be happening in this year. And so that is obviously pretty sad news, that she is going to be losing her little one there. And that is obviously the only little boy in the house. So he is currently our heir, and we're going to be losing him. So once again, this family is losing an heir. And we are hoping that she is pregnant with another little boy, because we need an heir for this family. Because as we know, John isn't going to live for forever. So we need an heir. So she's going to need to continue having lots of babies so that we can have an heir, a spare, etc., etc. So I am hoping that we can obviously get some more babies in this family. It would be nice if she could have multiple births, but I don't foresee that taking place, so I don't know. Usually I'm constantly having twins, but that doesn't seem to be happening as much, so I don't know what's going on. Although, you know what, maybe us not having double births, like twins and triplets, is not necessarily a bad thing, because we have to roll for the mom. So it just gives us a higher chance of her not making it. Now Juliana Shoemaker has gone into labor. Okay, let's go see Juliana Shoemaker. Okay, everyone's having babies. We love that. All right, Juliana Shoemaker. She lives in England, in the other part of England. So we're going to go over there to their house and see if we can go ahead and get them to have a baby. As we know, she has really bad luck with her giving birth. She constantly is giving birth to stillborn babies. So we are hoping that this one is going to live and that she is going to have a viable birth. All right, Juliana, fingers crossed this one is the ticket. Fourth time's the charm? Like, I don't know. But let's please hope that you can have this baby and this baby is going to live, because I am so sad about you constantly giving birth to stillborn babies. I really want this one to live. So let's really hope that the dice are kind to us and that you can have this baby and keep this baby, because I just don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it if you lose this baby. All right, so she's going to go in here. We're going to give birth to this child. Porter's freaking out as usual. We know that he likes to do that. He's like, oh my God, it's time again. And she's like, it is. And he's like, do you think we're going to be lucky this time? And she's like, I don't know. I'm hoping. So let's hope that this one is the case and it's going to live. This one is a girl. So let's go ahead and open up our wheel for girl names. And we are going to give it a spin and see what we're going to name this baby. We are going to name this baby what? Xena. I don't know why I felt like I already had a Xena, but we're going to name this baby Xena. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and roll for mom and baby, and oh my gosh, please let it work. Mom can't roll a 1. Mom rolls a 17. All right, and let's have another odd for baby, or an 8, 10, or 20. We got an odd. Oh my gosh, this baby is going to live. Okay, I'm thrilled. I can't believe it. I'm just so happy right now. Xena shoemaker. All right. Let us put this a text wrap. Okay, great. And we'll put Xena down here. Let me open this up so you guys can see. Xena Shoemaker is on here, which we love. And we are just adding her on the timeline. And now we're going to go and we're going to add her to the info tab. We're going to add her here. Let's just grab this information here and put it up here where it belongs. And we're going to put in Xena Shoemaker. She is the daughter. I can't spell. Of Porter and Juliana. She is born in January of 1357. She is alive, which is amazing. She's of British-German descent. And she was a single birth. And we're going to change her color here. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm so thrilled with this news. I am so happy. All right, let's go ahead and have Mom she gets to feed her first living baby, and we don't have to kill it. I'm so happy. Let's get her to feed this baby. She's like, I need to feed myself. I'm starving. I know, but feed this baby, and then we're going to get you to age this baby up.
Getting a new boo. Ha! Me bored. Wrangler, are you free?
Oh, she's reached parenting level 1, which is so fantastic. It's the first chance she's gotten to actually do that. She's finally a mother. After all this time, she finally has a baby that she can take care of, which is so great. I am thrilled for this family. Little Xena is the ticket. We love this. I am so thrilled for this family. Let's go ahead and age up little Xena. Look how happy she is. All right, go get yourself something to eat. All right, and this baby is going to be cautious. These Sims appreciate the familiar but are slow to warm up to new experiences, locations, and Sims. You know what? You can be cautious. There have been so many babies before you that have passed away that being cautious, you know what? I think that's smart. All right, let us give you your little makeover here. And we love that. And I'm going to give you this. No. Maybe I'll give you this skin here. There we go. And then I'm going to give you these eyelashes. And I want to give you that. We love it. And then for your hair, I think this hair. No, how about you got brown hair like your daddy? We love that. Okay, and then we're gonna put you in your gray outfits. All right, Xena, let's get your photo for the family tree, and we love it. Oh my goodness, I am super excited. Okay, so we are gonna go now back to the main household. I think that's it for babies. I do believe we only tried for 3 babies in 1355, so I believe that should be it for babies. So, now we are just going to jump into the main household and carry on with them. Okay, we have arrived back at the main household. John is feeling a little bit hungry. I'm just going to send him down here so that he can get a little bit of this chicken pie. And Sophia, you are doing really good, which is wonderful news. I think I'm going to have you go ahead and do a little bit more cooking. We need some food in the house, so we'll get her making some raised meat pie, which is great. I am going to get Juliana to come down and eat as well, and then I'm just going to let Ramon do whatever it is that his little heart is content doing. And then after John eats, he's going to repair this wash basin because, as you can see, it is broken, and that is not ideal. And once she's done eating, she can come and deal with the laundry. Juliana, once she is done eating, is going to come out and deal with the chickens and clean the coop and collect the eggs, which is fantastic. We are just going to obviously get some things done around the house, chore-wise, which we love. I am then going to get John out here after he's done with some of his house chores, and he is going to come and craft a little bit of nectar. He's got some grapes that he can do some grape nectar, and he's going to get busy doing that stuff because it has been a little while since he's done any crafting of the nectar, and so he's like, I need to get out there and get busy making some nectar because it's not going to make itself, and I need all the practice that I can get. So they are going, like, he's going to go out there and he's going to get busy doing that because, you know, the more he gets out there and does that, obviously the better he's going to get at crafting it, and he knows that he needs as much practice as he can. So he is just going to obviously get out there and get to crafting that. She has made these meat pies, so we love that. So there's food here in case anyone gets hungry, and that is perfect. Juliana's doing her chores. Sophia's now out here. She's come to do her chores, which is fantastic news. Once she's done with the clothing, like taking it down off the line, I'll just get her to start some more wash, and that way we'll have some more laundry getting done, because as we know, in the house the laundry never kind of stops. Oh, with her clumsy tray, we love that. So she's gonna get some more laundry going, which is great. Our garden is looking pretty good, but it does look like it might need to be weeded a little bit, so I'll get her out here to do a little bit of weeding after she does a little bit of laundry, and that will be great. So everyone is just kind of tending to things around the house and doing their daily tasks, which is fantastic. The time is just flying by. We are here coming up on February of 1357, and it is a beautiful, brisk day out. Or month, I guess we should say. But it is great. And they are all feeling really good. All right. After you're done weeding, you can move this laundry to the clothesline. And then you're going to need to go to the washroom and maybe get yourself a little bit of rest. And he's like, I am doing this nectar making. He is having a really good time with this nectar making. He, like I said, definitely needs more practice. The more he does it, the better, because he definitely needs to get his skill up. But he is doing, you know, he's feeling inspired by doing it, and we love that.
That's all you need. Yakala Brody. Play. Even day so fancy. Let's see you Chaba.
He's like, this is hard work. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, but I think that at the end of the day, the more progress I put in towards it and the more effort that I put in towards it, like, it's totally worth it. And, you know, look, he just reached level 2. We love that. Now he can make strawberry and potato nectar. Okay, great. And he likes nectar making. Oh, that's perfect. I love that he likes making nectar. That is really going to help us out a lot. The fact that he likes making it is wonderful news. He can now make strawberry nectar, so I'm going to get him to make strawberry nectar next. And we will be able to try a new kind of nectar. So he's going to go ahead and make a little bit of strawberry nectar. I'm going to get Juliana to trade some of our chickens for some ingredients. So we're going to trade our elder chickens and hens and like the roosters and hens for ingredients. So if they're an elder, we're going to get rid of them. So she's going to trade them. He is just going to continue on with his nectar making. Juliana is going to do the chicken stuff, and Sophia is just getting herself a little bit of a nap in. And when she's done with that, I'm going to have her get up and come and grab herself one of these meat pies that she made because she's starting to get a little hungry. You could stand for a little bit of a nap yourself, Juliana. Why don't you take yourself a little bit of a nap? Why don't you come and grab yourself a serving too? You know, John, when you're done with this nectar making, I think I'll let you take a nap too. You are really doing well. I'm really proud of you. I love it. All right, we have ourselves 15 bottles of nectar, and so we have really done good for ourselves. I'm going to put this stuff in the... All right, we have run out. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some more nectar racks because we have run out of room and we need more. Maybe we can, at some point... get us some more storage. We're going to need more storage. So I don't know how we're going to obtain that or where we're going to put everything, but we are going to need more. I do know that much because he's going to be making lots and lots of nectar. And so I think we're going to need more than just these 6. He has 72 strawberries in his inventory, so he could make nectar for just days. Just days and days and days. And I love that. But he is going to go have himself a little bit of a nap because he's exhausted. So I'm going to let him go and do that. And someone started a painting. It looks like it was Juliana. So after she goes to the washroom, I am going to make her come and resume it. I think that she should finish that and then we can sell it. So I'm going to have her finish that painting. So you just, yeah, just finish it. So I'm going to have her do that. And how are you doing, Sophia? Sophia's like, I am exhausted. Why don't you come up here and have yourself a little bit of a sleep? And Juliana has reached painting level 4. That's amazing. We love that for you. And when you are done with sleeping, you should get up and have yourself a little bit of a washroom break and maybe do a little bit more nectar making. And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, I think so. And then we are going to get him to come out and do a little bit of weeding. Our plants out here need to be evolved and they need to be weeded. So I'm going to get him doing some gardening here in the section where we have our, what is this called? The section for our nectar making. It just needs to be weeded a little bit. So I'm going to have him come and weed this area. So he's just getting in a little bit more nectar making, which is fantastic. We love that. And I, love that he is taking such an interest in it. It is amazing to me that he enjoys it as much as he does. And what are you doing? Cross stitching. It just cost us 150 simoleons, whatever you're cross stitching. So it better be like really, really amazing, whatever it is. She's like, don't worry about it. No, it better be like the most amazing cross stitch pattern in the world. Why don't you get yourself something to eat? All right, so they're both going to have themselves a bit of a meat pie here, which is great. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. They grabbed themselves a meat pie and then they instantly went off. Are they spoiled? Yes, they are. All right, grab yourself a serving of this. Ugh. All right. She's going to have to make something else because the food's all gone off. So I'm going to have her do some cheese and fruit. And then she can do some, I don't know what she can do. Maybe do another chicken pie. And I'm going to have to probably send him out and let him go hunting again. Just because we're going to need more meat in the house. And Sophia is now in her second trimester. We love that. So he's cleaning up after eating, and he is then going to go out hunting really quick. He is starting to get a little bit tired, but we are going to send him out so he can go hunting. I just need him, obviously, to do that because, you know, we need meat in the house so that she can cook. She's not going to want to make a whole bunch of stuff, but she's going to have to. Oh, he can't do that. Can she make pudding? No.
Ooh, Numa.
All right, you need to go take a bath and then get yourself ready for bed. It is starting to get a little bit later on in the evening, so I am going to be getting them ready for bed and things like that. Juliana is going to get herself a bath and then get herself ready for bed. And Sophia is just coming out to do the laundry a little bit, and then she's going to go to the washroom after she gets some cooking done. As we know, she needs to get some cooking done, but she was like, I might as well do the laundry. Look how happy she is. She's seriously happy, which we love. All right, go in there and get some cooking done. All right, cheese fruit done. Now let's get a chicken pie made. Maybe we can make some bread. Oh, there we go. Bread. Bread. I'm gonna make her make a couple of loaves of bread. She's like, I've really got to pee. I know you do. Can you not do this chicken pie really quick first? All right, John is home from going hunting, and he's going to go ahead and go to bed. He got a pigeon while he was out, and he got 2 squirrels. He didn't get us any venison or anything like that, which I was kind of hoping he would, but he didn't, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. All right, she's made us a chicken pie, which is great. She's going to go to the washroom, and then I'm going to have her make a couple of loaves of bread. Perfecto. It's going to be perfect because we're going to have some bread so we can make some different meals. We obviously need bread to be able to make different meals, so she's going to have to make that. We already have butter and flour and things like that, so it will be perfect. I don't know exactly what we'll be able to make with the bread, but I do know that we are going to need those things. So we're just going to get Ramon to come down and grab some food. She is going to obviously need to grab a serving of food after she is done baking this bread because she's starting to get a little bit hungry. Can you clean out the stuff? Clean out spoiled food. There you go. All right, she made 2 loaves of bread, and now Joetta McNally has gone into labor. Okay, let's go ahead and go see Joetta McNally. It is officially the next day, or technically the next month. We are now in April of 1357, and Joetta has gone into labor. So we are going to go ahead and go see Joetta, and hopefully she will have a successful birth. As you can see, we have arrived here at the McNally house, and Joetta is in labor. We are just going to go and let her give birth to her child. So let's go and have a baby with her. She is very uncomfortable from being in labor. So we are just going to take her in here. Amir is probably going to freak out a little bit because, well, that's what our dads do. Yep, there he goes. Just very predictable. All right, and we are having a girl. So let's pull up our wheel and we will give it a spin. Those names didn't get removed off of the wheel for whatever reason. We are going to name this baby Mara. All right, so Mara McNally. And we are going to pull up our dice and we're going to give a roll. Mom can't roll a 1. She rolls a 4. And we need an odd number for baby, or an 8, 10, or 20. Baby rolls a 15, which is an odd number, so baby lives. So let's pull up our spreadsheet, and baby's going to go here on April. And so we have Mara McNally. And then we'll have Mara go here. Perfect. We love it. And then Mara's going to go on this spreadsheet under Joetta. Let's add a row and grab our information here that we need. And we'll put that here. And we'll do Mara McNally. She is the daughter of Amir and Joetta. She was born in April of 1357. She is alive and she is British. She is a single birth, and we will do her color here. Perfect. All right, we have updated the info tab and our timeline, and we are just going to go ahead and move on with the game, and we are going to have Mom feed this baby, and we will age her up to an infant and give her her makeover. So let's go ahead and feed this one. And then age her up.
Zephyr. Getting a new boo.
So they have 2 little girls. They obviously need to have a son so that he can have an heir. So they'll have to keep trying. And this baby is going to be calm. These Sims like to watch the world, are less likely to cry or become angry, and don't grow tired of activities as easily as other infants. However, they are less likely to explore the world on their own. And we are going to go ahead and jump into Cass and give this baby a makeover. And this baby has red hair like her daddy. All right, and they wear the McNally's purple. All right, let's go ahead and take her photo for the family tree, and we are going to jump back into the game. We have arrived back in the main household, and as you can see, Juliana needs to go to the washroom and get herself something to eat. I am just going to also queue up for Sophia to grab a bite to eat because she is feeling pretty hungry herself. She is now in her second trimester. She'll be in her third trimester in 17 hours. So she is well on her way with her pregnancy. We will probably see her baby be born in this episode, which is fantastic news. John is just getting himself a little bit of sleep, and I think Ramon is probably in here eating something himself. Yes, he is. He also needs to get himself a little bit of a bath. So I am just going to go ahead and get Sophia to give Ramon a bath once she's done eating because he is really dirty. So we're going to have him get a bath. Juliana, why don't you come and resume this large hoop when you're done? Instead of just letting it lie on the floor there. Let's actually complete that because you like to start crafts and then just leave them lying all over the house, and it's ridiculous. Especially when it costs like 150 simoleons for you to start that. Oh, you just broke that plate. Great. So, why don't you go ahead and give Ramon a bath, please? Okay. Give Ramon a bath. She's like, okay. Go give Ramon a bath. I wanted you to finish that. Why are you not working on it? All right, sell that. And resume that. Why are you not giving this kid a bath? I need to know. Give him a bath. She's like, come on, let's go take a bath. All right, so she is going to give him a bath, I hope. Hopefully she's not just going to stand there looking at him, smelling up the joint, and she's actually going to do something about it because he is disgusting. All right, and John is, like I said, just getting some sleep, but I do want him to come down and have a bite to eat because he is feeling a little bit hungry. I do think that we probably need to take care of this cow shed. Yeah, we do. We need to refill it and we need to clean it. So I'm going to get him to come down and eat, and then I'm going to have him go and tend to the cow shed. We love that. And then I'm going to have you come sell this painting that you finished because, you know, it's been completed, so it might as well get sold. And then why don't you come and grab yourself a serving of food as well, and everyone can go ahead and maybe get themselves a little bit of rest because it is late, or I should say early. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning, so everyone should get a little bit of shut-eye because, you know, it is, you know, time for everyone to kind of be sleeping and not being up. Everyone should get a little bit of sleep. So we're going to make everyone sleep a little bit, and that will be perfect. So everyone's going to just get themselves a little bit of shut-eye. Even I'm going to even get John to come back to bed once he's done with the cow and get himself a little bit of sleep as well. And then after he's done getting some sleep, he can get up and he can weed his garden because it needs to be weeded. And that will be great. He is just cleaning up and tending to the house chores, which is fantastic. We love that. But he's going to go ahead and go up and get himself a little bit of rest because he's like, it is super early and so I need to rest a little bit. So he's going to go up and do that. And everyone is getting themselves a little bit of shut-eye. It is, like I said, super early. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. It's still April. Well, we're coming up on May of 1357 now. So we love that. He's like, oh, I've had enough rest. I need to get up and go do some weeding. All right, we love that. She's going to need to get up and go to the washroom and then get herself something to eat. So Sophia's going to get up and go and have herself a little bit of a bathroom break, and then she's going to have a little bit of food. Oh, she wanted some chicken pie. Okay, great. You have chicken pie if that's what you want. I will let you have that. I don't really care what you eat as long as you eat. So he's going to go to the bathroom and then have a little bit of a bath. And Ramon, you need to come and eat something as well, son. So we love that. All right, so he's out here just doing a little bit of gardening, and that's perfect. After you weed, you should probably spray for bugs because it looks like we've got some bugs going around. Why, do you ask? Well, because we're in a bug zone this season, as we know. And so we have some bugs that are tending to our crops that we have to deal with. So we're going to have to get the bugs taken care of. She's going to come out and water, and then we will have her spray for bugs as well. And maybe she can weed as well. She can deal with this side of the garden. I love all the little bunnies in the gardening area. It's so great. We aren't really friends with any of the bunnies, though. She hasn't really socialized with any of them, so they don't really help our garden out. We should probably socialize with them, but the only problem is I find when you socialize with the bunnies, yes, they do help your garden, but then they die, and when they die, our Sims are so sad because the Grim Reaper comes and takes them away, and then our Sims are super sad about it, and I hate that. So I don't necessarily socialize with the bunnies because I don't want our Sims to be sad all the time when they die, and they die pretty frequently, and it's, to me, just not worth it. I just think it's not worth it. So I don't typically waste my time getting friends with the bunnies. I know that's awful, but it's the truth. I just like to look at them and watch them kind of jump around the garden, but I don't necessarily socialize with them. Okay, there is clearly a plate here that got pushed. Yeah, there is. Okay, let's deal with that. Highland cow is unhappy, so we're going to have to deal with our cow. And tomorrow is our harvest, so we're going to need to deal with that. So everything is coming up, and we love that. Not only is tomorrow harvest, but tomorrow is also the day that Ramon is scheduled to pass away, which is not necessarily ideal. So we kind of hate that. Juliana is going to clean that toilet, and then she's going to come out here and clean the coop and collect the eggs on the chicken coops. and do her part in the farm help while the parents are out here, obviously, tending to their portion of the chores, because everyone out here has to help out. And when he's done with his spraying for bugs, I'm going to get him doing a little bit more crafting of his nectar. Everyone seems to be having a really good time today, and the weather's nice, and we're all just really having a good day. And I am so happy about that. We love it. She got 8 eggs out of the coop, which is fantastic news. And we are now feeding the cow and cleaning the cow and milking the cow. So we'll also get some milk, which is wonderful. So we'll have some milk to cook with, and that's wonderful news as well. So yeah, it's all great. We're also going to add some ice to the ice box here, and not that we do anything with the ice box. We don't store our food in it. So although I think maybe I'm going to start storing our food in the ice box, instead of leaving it out, just because I think that we maybe have had enough time go by. Like, it's been 57 years now. I think they would have figured out how to, preserve their food with ice and things like that. I got a present that I think is dumb. I want to trade it with a friend or give it back. Can I do that? Well, that present was for you. You be grateful. The cheese and things like that I can leave out because they don't spoil or anything like that. And our mail has been delivered, so I'm going to go ahead and get Sophia to come out, and she's going to collect the mail, because I'm fairly certain we'll have some products in here from where we traded our chickens, and we have a lot of stuff here. We have some milk, and we have some blueberry jam, and some more milk, and we have some flour and some preserves. We have an apple, we have some raspberry jam, we have some cheese, a potato, a pumpkin, some blueberries, some raspberries, and what is this? Strawberry milk. I'm gonna give the wool to Juliana because she likes to cross stitch, so we love that. And I'm gonna let her go ahead and resume that cross stitch that she started. And I'm going to let you sell that cross stitch because it's, All right, so he made some more nectar. We're going to put that in here, which is wonderful. Everyone seems to be doing wonderfully and is in fantastic shape. Sophia is just doing a little bit of cross stitching. She doesn't seem to be liking it very much. She kind of is poking her fingers, and she's like, okay, I'm not really that great at this. Juliana is clearly much better at cross-stitching than anyone else in the family. But Juliana also practices cross-stitching quite often. She's got a pretty high skill in it because she does it all the time. She sells them and she makes them, and she loves to do it, and so she's very crafty like that. Everyone else just kind of dabbles here and there, but Juliana does it every time she kind of gets bored, so we love that for her. Everyone is, as far as their needs go, doing pretty good other than Sophia. Sophia is feeling pretty hungry, and John's feeling hungry, but he's currently eating something now, so we love that. I am going to get Juliana to just do a little bit of cleaning up. She can kind of help with the chores. And after Sophia eats, I'm going to have her come and just make something here. We can do bread roll stew, which is fantastic. So I'm going to have her kind of make some bread roll stew here. And we will have some bread roll stew. That will be something really nice and filling and just some nice comfort food for the family. So she's just going to have some cheese and fruit here just to tide her over, and then she'll make some bread roll stew. It says Sophia is now in her 3rd trimester, which is fantastic news. We are at 7:00 p.m. on Friday, which means that we are officially in June of 1357, which is great news. And we love that, except for the fact that it's getting us ever so near to the time frame where we're going to have to say goodbye to our little Ramon, which we hate. We do not like the fact that we have to say goodbye to our little heir here. It is not good at all that we're going to have to tell him goodbye. But we know that we do have to do that because he did roll that he has to die. And so we are going to lose him. Obviously, that's going to leave Juliana completely by herself here as an only child until the little one is born. And Lord willing, that little baby will survive and not be a stillborn, because obviously we don't want Juliana to be an only child. I don't know what's going to happen if that takes place, but yeah, I don't even know what to say. I really don't. I'm just going to get him to come down and grab a serving of food here. And they're talking about texting, which is irrelevant. Did you make the bread roll stew? She's like, no, I didn't. Well, why the heck not? I told you to make the bread roll stew. She's like, no, I didn't because I peed myself and I had to go have a bath. Very good. That is a fair statement, and I totally understand, but you do need to make the bread roll stew now. So she's going to go ahead, make bread roll stew. And John, how are you doing? John's feeling a little off. What does it say? It says he isn't sure what's wrong, but he feels like there's something that's just not right. Okay, well, that's not necessarily a good thing. I don't know what's wrong with you either, but I'm hoping that it's nothing serious. All right, we have officially made our bread roll stew, and we love that. Ramon is just going to go ahead and go up here and go to sleep, and I am going to get Juliana to come and have herself a serving of this bread roll stew, and then I'm going to send her to bed as well, which is fantastic. And I'm going to let you finish your food, and then you're going to come. Oh, well, maybe you should go to the bathroom, and then you can come to bed. And John is going to go ahead and come to bed as well. It is officially the next day. It is the day of harvest. It is the day that we are going to lose Ramon. We are officially in July of 1357 now. And we are going to soon have to figure out what is it that took Ramon from us. So let's go ahead and go over to our wheel here and go to our infant, child, and toddler deaths and give it a spin and see, why is Ramon dying? He had an allergic reaction. All right, so Ramon is dying from an allergic reaction. We hate that. So that is why Ramon is dying. We will put that on the thing when we do kill him today, that the reason he has died is because of an allergic reaction. But for now, everyone is going to bed. We're going to let them all get a little bit of shut-eye, and we will see you, I will see you when they wake. It is officially 7 o'clock in the morning. John is up, desperate for a wee, and desperate for some food. So he's headed down. He's going to go to the washroom, and then after he goes to the washroom, we're going to get him a bite to eat. He's just going to go ahead and grab some leftovers. Not sure why he didn't go to the washroom first, but he's decided food is more important than peeing, which is probably going to mean he's going to wee himself, which is not at all ideal. She also needs desperately to go to the washroom and to eat, so we will have her come do both of those things as well. And Juliana also needs to go to the washroom. Everyone is in desperate shape. So it's not a good thing. Okay? It is just not a good thing. They're all going to basically be fighting over the toilet. That's pretty much what I'm seeing. So we love that. The sink in the bathroom is busted. So I'm going to have to get him to fix that. and we hate it. So she's gone to the washroom. We love that. She finally made it. She didn't pee herself. It's amazing. I am going to need to get her to just come and grab herself something to eat so she doesn't starve to death. John, seriously, go to the bathroom. Don't worry about the plate. Just put it down and go to the bathroom right now. Go, go, go before you pee yourself. All right, she's getting something to eat. We love that. He's going pee. We love that. All right, wonderful. She is in her 3rd trimester. We are just waiting on her to go into labor. It is spring harvest. We know that she needs to obviously go ahead and harvest. So we're going to get her to harvest everything. We're going to get him to harvest everything. We freaking love that. I'm going to get him to harvest all. Why is it not letting me harvest all? Harvest all. He's like, I am too uncomfortable to harvest anything. You can't make me do it. Look, I not fighting with you about this. You're going to come and harvest. And she is also going to go and harvest because it is spring harvest. And harvesting is what you guys are going to do. So he's going to go harvest. She's going to go harvest. He's going to harvest his stuff for the nectar stuff. And she's going to harvest the stuff for the house. And that's pretty much how that's going to go down. And we love that. It will meet both of their things for the holiday, which is fantastic. Juliana, are you going to go eat something? Because you need to. So she's going to harvest here on this side. And he's going to harvest over there on that side. We love that. Did he harvest everything? I don't know. But you need to come over here and weed, and you need to come over here, and you also need to spray for bugs. He's like, I don't want to do any of this. Dude, what is your deal? He's like, I need fun. Okay, well, I'm going to cheat your fun because I need you to weed, and I need you to spray for bugs, and I need you to water everything. So I'm totally cheating your fun, so you'll do it. She needs to go to the bathroom, and so I'm going to have her do that. And then I need you to come over here and weed everything. So obviously the garden needs to be tended to. We're just going to have everybody tend to everything, and we're going to go ahead and roll our dice for the next season since we just finished our harvesting, and we're going to see what we get for our next season. So if we roll our dice, we get a 3, which means what? Oh no, guys, it's not good. It means we get a crops blight. All right. Well, that's not ideal. Let's go ahead and change it from a bug zone to a crops blight. Next season, we're going to have a blight zone, which means we're going to probably lose a lot of our crops. I hate a blight zone, but we're getting a blight zone. So let me go ahead and update this to a blight zone, and then I'm going to do a quick save on the game, and then we're going to unfortunately have to kill Ramon, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. All right, so let's go ahead and change this from a bug zone to a crops blight. And we will do a save. And we are going to let her go ahead and continue to weed. John is spraying for bugs, as we know. And we're going to just let them continue to do this before we do anything with Ramon. Because as we know, as soon as I kill Ramon, they are going to stop doing what they're doing. And they're going to run over to him because the Grim Reaper is going to come and visit. So we're going to let them finish doing this stuff here. And then we will continue on with that. But it is, after we do our gardening, it's time for us to go ahead and kill Ramon. It is time for him, unfortunately, to die. I'm just going to get Juliana to take care of the cow and the chickens. She's going to clean the coop and collect the eggs. And that is her chore for the day. She's miserable, but it is what it is. All right, it looks like he is done with his side of the gardening. She has finished with her side of the gardening, which is fantastic. They are now just kind of chatting amongst themselves, chatting with Ramon, actually. I'm going to get Ramon to grab a serving of this food. I mean, he is about to die, but I'm going to let him eat something. He is disgusting. He needs a bath, something fierce. But actually, you know what, Ramon? We'll just let you die from starvation. We are just going to kill you. You are going to die by starvation. All right, Ramon. I'm so sorry to have killed you, but Ramon is dying. Look at John. He is like, oh my God, not my other son. No. Oh my goodness. This is so sad. Sophia is so pissed. That made her very angry. She's like, no, you've got to be kidding me. Everyone is super sad about this news, which of course they would be. Why would they not be? I mean, we've lost now another sim, and that sucks super bad. And I just need to look and see when he was born. He was born in 1352. To 1357. And we're going to put this in John's inventory, and John's going to go ahead and travel over to the cemetery and take him and drop him off. We have arrived here in the cemetery, and we are going to go ahead and put Ramon in his final resting place with the rest of the family that has passed on before him, and obviously the rest of the people that will soon pass after him, I'm sure. So we're going to go ahead and place him here where he belongs, and we will head back over into our family so that we can await Sophia going into labor. We are down to 3 in our family. All right, we have finished our harvest. We have unfortunately had to let Ramon go, and we are now just going to put our harvestables in the fridge. And that way we'll have things that we can use to cook, which is fantastic. We are just going to call John back to the house. And how are you with harvestables? He's like, I'm good. I've got some grapes, I've got some lemons, and I've got some strawberries. Okay, great. That's stuff that you can use to make nectar. So that's wonderful. We love that. I'm just going to get you to come in here and clean up. You are very sad and you're all alone. Why are you all alone? Because you're a people person and you feel like you're all alone, but you're not all alone. You're really not. It's just your family is significantly dying out. Like, it's really bad. Go get yourself a bath, Juliana, and oh my gosh, you need desperately to go to the bathroom and get yourself something to eat, Sophia. Why are you talking to the Grim Reaper? She's like, hey, how are you? No, seriously, he literally just took your son. Screw him, okay? Like, we're not even having friends with him. Like, he needs to go. I should really get going now. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you later. Yeah, Grim, screw off. All right, go to the bathroom. Sophia, what is your malfunction? Go to the bathroom. Thank you. And then you can grab yourself a serving of food. John, how are you? John's like, I'm fantastic. My needs are great. Your needs are great, but you're not fantastic. Just your needs are great. All right, so we're going to go ahead and let her come and get something to eat here. And then we're going to take her upstairs and we're going to let her go and get some sleep because she is exhausted. Hopefully she will go ahead and go into labor soon. We are coming up on the September of 1357 now. We're in September of 1357. And we are just going to obviously
So,
be in the last part of the year here soon. And prom. Why? We're not going to prom. Quit asking about prom. You're not going. There's no such thing. She constantly wants to go to prom. There's no such thing as prom. Just get off it. So we are just going to be going into October soon, and we're just going to let everyone kind of, you know, get their needs up. We're going to eat something and go to the bathroom and go ahead and go to bed because it's starting to get a little bit late. And we are, like I said, heading into the next day here. And they are all mourning the loss of Ramon. And they just kind of don't really know what to do about it or what to think about it. They are like, we have lost so many people in this family. They're literally down to just Juliana. And who thought that they were going to lose all of their children in one fell swoop? But that's pretty much what they've done. They've lost every single one of their kids except for Juliana. And John's like, what kind of luck is that? Like, and Juliana is like, who am I supposed to talk to now? Who am I supposed to play with now? Like, the boring adults? Like, who wants to talk to their parents? Like, no, that's not fun. And so she has no siblings, nobody to talk to, no one to confide in, no one to play with. She's all by herself now. And I mean, it's really, really sad. We are going to trade our cow. So I'm going to get her to trade the cow, and then she's going to go ahead and head off to bed herself. She's just out here using the washroom, and then she's going to trade the cow and then go to sleep. So we love that. And Sophia has just gone into labor. So we're going to go ahead and have our baby. Yes, we want to trade the cow. So we are in labor. We are hoping that this is a boy. Why do you say? Because we need an heir. So Lord, please let this be a boy. Like, we really need a boy in this house. Sophia, please give us a boy. It is a boy. Okay, great. So we are going to pull up the boy name wheel, and we are going to spin and see what this baby's name is going to be. Oh, that's quite a name. Sigmoid. All right. And we are going to go ahead and we are going to roll for mom and baby and see if they make it. So let's pull up our dice, and mom can't roll a 1. Mom rolls a 2. Oh my gosh, that was close. And baby needs an odd number or an 8, 10, or 20. Baby rolled a 2. Baby's dying. We lost the baby. All right, Sigmoid is gone. It is Saturday at 10, so it is September. So Sigmoid dies in September. Sigmoid Arundel died. Oh. This is so sad. I was really hoping that they were going to have a baby and it was going to live. I was really hoping they were going to have a boy baby and it was going to live. All right, son of John and Sophia. They're in September of 1357. We are deceased in September of 1357. The baby is British German descent. And the baby is stillborn. It was a single birth, but unfortunately the baby did not survive. All right, well, there you have it. We've updated the info tab. We have updated the timeline. Let's go ahead and update Ramon. Ramon is now deceased as of when did I take him? I guess it was probably August. So I'll say August. August of 1357. And he died of an allergic reaction, we said. All right. Well, Ramon is gone. I've updated the sheet for him. And there we have it. Everything has been updated on the timeline and the info tab. And we are, well, without an heir. We do not have an heir in our main family. We are going to have another baby. And I have to take this baby away from Mom. Put the baby down. Say goodbye. She's like, are you freaking kidding? First I lost Ramon and now I've lost this baby? Yeah, I know. It is ridiculous. I agree. Like, it is absolutely ridiculous. She is going to have to try again for another baby. We are down to one child in this family.
Nurse JB.
It is ridiculous. It really, really is. And they are so bloody sad from losing children that I don't think I'm going to be able to get them to try for another baby. Look at Juliana. She's like, what happened? What went wrong? You were supposed to give me a sibling. And Sophia's like, I don't know what happened. I thought I had done everything right. I really did. All right, I'm going to have to get John up. He is going to have to obviously go and have a pre-parental panic. Like, she has already had the baby. It was stillborn. You don't need to panic. Really, you don't need to panic. He's like, I'm going to do it anyway. I can't even exit out so he doesn't do it. Yeah. Okay. Very good. All right. She's like, well, I wish we could, like, woohoo and try again for another baby, but unfortunately, I am so sad. Look at them. They can't mess around. They can't woohoo. They can't do anything. They are so distraught. What are we going to do? You know, what are we going to do? This family is so tiny now. And it's our main household. Like, it's ridiculous. Look at him. Look how sad he is. He's like, I've literally lost all my kids. Even the baby that I just thought I was going to have some joy bring back into my life, I have lost. Like, what is going on? Why am I so unlucky? Someone call a doctor. Yeah, well. Oh, the poor fella. I just don't know what like... And he doesn't know either what to do to make it better, but he is really upset by the whole turn of events. And of course, she's upset by the whole turn of events. She's just lost a child and then a baby. And she's like, am I doing something wrong? Like, honestly, am I doing something wrong? And he's like, I don't think so. I don't think this has anything to do with you. Sometimes these things just happen. And she's like, ugh. John. We have officially made it into October of 1357, and I don't think we have anything going on for the remainder of the year. But I think I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. It has been a bitter end to the year here. They are just distraught. I'm not going to be able to get them to try for another baby, even though it is the next day and we're supposed to try every day. I'm just not going to be able to get them to do it. They are very upset. They're going to be mourning for 2 days over Ramon's death, and also now they have lost this baby and they're upset for that for the next 2 hours. But they're in mourning, and I seriously doubt I'm going to be able to get them happy enough to where they're going to want to try for another baby. So it doesn't look like this is going to work out for me in a good way. We don't have anything else going on though for this year. There's nobody else to age up or anything like that. So I am going to just leave it here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in the next episode or stream where we will be in the year 1358. And I will see you then. And until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.